Well, what a surprise. I didn't expect this at all. This was in Memphis apparently on the website this morning, and now it just turned up this afternoon. This is the tank for the 90. Naturally it's a Brit Part 1 because I had parts in another order. It's not too bad. I mean, it's a tank, and it has got, yeah, it has got a drain bung underneath. But one thing to note, because one viewer had the same problem. On the original type of tanks, these screws were blind holes, and this chap said he had an awful trouble with fuel leaking out of it, which I could sort of imagine. Anyway, I've got a new cork gasket. That should tighten it down. I'm thinking because of that, I wonder if I should put 2 gaskets on so we can get some nice compression around there, because you know, this is petrol in here and it hasn't got much of a chance of sealing round there, has it? Well, let's put 2 on. We've got nothing to lose because we can always take one off, but I bet we're going to have to put some sealer on it. Anyway, let's try it. This is the old pump. As you can see, we couldn't really use that one again. The problem was with this one, you see these, this is a slotted thing here. But I had to actually move this up about, I don't know, what would it be now, 13 millimeters. I had to cut the hose down and move it because it was bottoming on the tank and sticking out at the top. I don't know what that is. It's exactly the same. It's not out of the V8 one. Anyway, what do you expect, eh? But c'est la vie. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bolt these bits and pieces in prior to fitting so we don't knock dirt into the tank. That's my idea. So let me get on with that. So then we've got the tank assembled. I used my special tool to tighten down the ring, so that's nice and even. A couple of things to note. I put two cork gaskets in there, new spring washers and bolts. I didn't you don't tighten it up too much, cork, because you can break it. Now this little chap here, the screws are not the same as here, and it doesn't come with the cork gasket. Now that's the thing I was going to say to you. They come with a new ring and seal for here, but nothing for here and nothing for here, and no screws at all. So just be careful if you're going to order one of these tanks. Fortunately I had the gaskets in stock because they're the same as a 109, same as a 109, so that's not too bad. Like I say, you can see how dirty it can get quite quickly. Next thing to do is to fit the hose on the back of here, and then we can have a look at seeing putting this tank in. Well, that'd be fun, won't it? Lovely hot day today. It's red hot today. It's about 30 degrees and it's just about to rain. Isn't that lovely? So there's the tank all fitted in. To get it in, I just put a ratchet strap around here and just pulled it up. Managed to get some bolts in. Pretty fiddly nuts and bolts. I've got a few wires and things like that to tidy up. I put all new fastenings, metric fastenings, back in there. I never bother with the old stuff, it's a waste of time. I don't know if you can see underneath. There's the fuel filter. I put a new element in that. Also put new rubbers on this bit here for the tank. Those mounting brackets are kind of fiddly, so I didn't film it. Let's have a look in under the bonnet. Naturally the battery's flat, but I'll put a charged up battery on, and I've left off this carb fits in here that goes to that weir, and I want to flush the system out, make sure there's no varnishes or anything like that in it, and hopefully it should fire up. Let's see. So first of all, let's get a battery. Right, I've flushed out the weir. I'm going to turn the key now and circulate some fuel so it goes through the carburetor thing, you know, the thing which petrol goes through. Now this hasn't been started for a long time, probably about 7 years. So I don't know what's going to happen. The floats could be stuck. I haven't, God's honest truth, I haven't started it. And it's a very warm, humid day. It's about 27 degrees and very high humidity. It was so warm I've had to take my sweatshirt off. Right, let's have a look. There you go, there's the fuel gauge. Is it working? Have I got the wires on the right way around? Probably not. But the pump's working. The charge light's off. I wonder why the charge light's off. Oh, we have a fuel leak. Wait a minute. So the fuel filter, this little thing, has a very thin seal that fits in an aluminium housing. I think when I put it on, I've cut the seal. Bugger. Put another one on. So I resealed the fuel filter, and the mistake I made, when I put the canister on, it turned and it cut the seal. What you're supposed to do is hold it. It's really tricky because it's right up behind the front outrigger. You get your hand in and hold the canister whilst you're screwing it up, and then it pushes it up square. So a rookie mistake. Now, interestingly enough, now the charge light is working, so that's good. So let's crank it over. Oh, well, there's a job for us to do. There's no clutch on it. Spins over well. Now, why won't it start? Well, I think we'll move the camera and we'll do some diagnostics. Right, we know for a fact that there's petrol getting to the carburettor. But these old points have been in quite a while. Oh, and they're old notorious sliding point types. Now, the rotor's good. If I could turn that engine over and get it to see if the points are sparking. Oh. We have I don't think we've got any spark at the points. What could be wrong here? When you move the points, oh, there's a spark. Oh, I think it's dirty points. Let me clean them up. So, we've got a spark at the points now. I've cleaned them up with a bit of emery cloth. The distributor cap's looking beautiful inside, so there's no worries there. And now I've got a spark at the points. Will it fire up now? Whoa. Now, let's turn the ignition on. Are we getting any power to these solenoids here? That's working. That's working. Well, the next thing, I think I'll take the top off the carburettor and have a look and see if there's any fuel in there. Like in the, just take the air intake off have a look at that, because there's something wrong somewhere. Well, the choke's working and it's very wet up there, so I'm just wondering whether it just needs a damn good cranking through, because the old petrol's in there. These old Webers, I don't think they had a drain on them for fuel. I'm going to try and crank it with the floats open and see what happens. Well, not with the floats, but with the throttle open. There we go, that's where it's wanted. Not that. It's alive. Hey! That's a nice little motor! Look at that! Well, didn't take much, did it? Quite a bit of crap coming through the radiator. Right, I'm happy with that now. Mission accomplished. But we've got no clutch. Next problem. So let me box all this back up again.